How are you feeling then? Turn of the new year, bit of a funny few weeks, great game against Saracens, slightly off the pace at Northampton. How are you feeling going into the new year?
Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. We've been a little bit like that up and down with some of our performances, and we've been lucky to probably not play our best and come away with a few decent wins, or maybe lucky wins. But I think we've sort of highlighted areas that we've not been great at, and there's plenty to work on. And the areas that we have been good at, we can really take those forward as well. So I think it's exciting, going into this new year with obviously Bristol on the weekend as the first challenge, and we're looking forward to it.
You seem to have become the go-to guy at the end of a game when you need a score. It seems to be you that's coming up with it. Is that just luck of the draw?
I think I'm just very lucky that I get on the back of some of those rolling mauls. It's that's my job to get on the ball. So and once you're there, I'm definitely not giving it, not passing it back. But no, the boys. I think that that's obviously an area of our game that has been really strong. Over the last few years, and particularly this season, where we've really banged in some good driving mauls, and that's important. Like I said, we can focus on what hasn't been going too well, but at the same time keep working on our strengths, and that's one of them.
You've been around the Premiership for a little while now. Is this year more competitive than it's ever been? Looking at the table, it kind of suggests that anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I think last year was the first year where it was there was it was quite tight in that middle block, wasn't it? And I mean, this year there's some of the you look at some of the stats where it's from sort of 11th or 12th to 6th or 5th or whatever it was. There was only 8 points at one point, something like that. And I think it's great. It's really good for the league. It obviously shows rugby. The standard is rising all the time, and lots of the guys coming through, young guys coming through, and I think as a neutral it's pretty good. We're lucky we're sort of out of that at the moment, out of that area, but it just makes it tough for us because you've got teams fighting for two things at the end of the day. They're fighting for, some teams are fighting for relegation, and at the same time fighting for a place in the top 6. So it's quite a strange sort of position to be in. So we just got to be on our game every time we hit the pitch, really.
I mean, does it help when you're playing a side like Bristol, who traditionally, for the last few years, you've been quite a long way ahead of them? When they come to Sandy Park, it's not a given anymore. There's no kind of suggestion that you're just going to walk over them.
No, absolutely. Bristol have been, one of the most exciting teams in the Premiership, I'd say, this year. They're pretty willing, sometimes to their own detriment, but they've been willing to go from their own sort of 5 metre line, without hesitation, looking to run the ball and playing fast tempo. They've obviously got some absolutely world-class players there as well, which helps. But we know they're very, very dangerous counter-attack and off line outs and stuff like that. So we've done our homework, and we've looked at what didn't go too well for us against Northampton, and hopefully we can bang in a really good performance and start the new year with a bang.
We chatted a few months ago, and I did mention it, England at the time, and I'll mention it again now with the Six Nations not far away from us. Your kind of form, are you pleased where you are personally? Not saying that you're guaranteed to be in or won't be in, but are you pleased with what you've provided, the opportunity you've given yourself?
No, I mean, I'm not expecting anything, to be honest, but I'm happy. I'm really enjoying my rugby, which is for me was important. I've probably over the last sort of however many years I've had peaks and troughs a little bit, and and I'm back to just looking forward to playing on a weekend, and I think that's for me that's the most important thing. And obviously been lucky to get the opportunity to play and run out on the pitch and stuff, and yeah, it's been good. Obviously the boys are great. We've had some really good wins this year as well, but there's plenty more to come from the team and hopefully myself as well. So just keep pushing forward.